Money Block here, wrapping up a terrific Tuesday. After what we saw with the downtick on Monday, we're at new record highs today with participation off the charts. Over 1 billion shares traded at the New York Stock Exchange today. The S&P 500 gained 0.7%, while the NASDAQ was the big leader, up 1%, outperforming basically all of their peers today. And that's in front of the FOMC meeting tomorrow. They'll have the results of whether or not they're going to raise by a 25 basis point on the overnight rates. Right now, it's a 93.4% probability that it's going to occur. Now, with the market basically believing that the announcement's already been made, and basically for all the right economic reasons, there's the continuation to the upside. It's unabated at this juncture. As a matter of fact, I watched the Russell 2000, the RUT. It finished flat today, suggesting that this small cap domestically centric index may be running out of some steam here. We're going to watch that very closely because it's made a very impressive run post-election. About 14.9% going into the end of the, basically since the November 8th election results. That's comparative to the S&P 500. It's big cap, large cap brother, up only 6.2% in the same time frame. Now, again, we did see all 11 sectors in the green, and most basically maintaining that upside bias. We did see some weakness in materials as well as industrials. Materials down 0.2%, and industrials were down 0.1%. Some slim losses there, but I want to watch those plays to see if we trim some profit taking post the Fed announcement. Now, what is holding up very well, regardless of what the Fed announcement is doing right now, is going to be the energy sector, and specifically crude oil. Crude oil finished the day right under that $53 mark at $52.98 per barrel. Now, that is up 0.4% today. Again, oil continues to get a measure of support, basically that non-OPEC nations will adhere to the production cuts. And you have the International Energy Agency came out today and basically forecasted greater demand for oil. And that really just continues to boost the oil sector at this juncture. We'll have to wait and see if that actually comes to fruition. Now, while energy continued to support itself, so did the technology sector. You saw components like Apple up $1.89, Microsoft up 81 cents, Facebook up $2.54. We also saw the chip makers up to the upside. We noticed that in the in strategy now this at noon today, but we saw chips as a sector were up 1.1%. What we did see is a little lagging in transportations. If you take a look at the IYT, it was up about 0.3%, but again, with that slight uptick, it's still lagging the general market. I want to see transports really drive to the upside. But we did see JetBlue, JBLU, they were up about 91 cents today at $22.53. That aircraft, the carrier, basically had upbeat guidance post-earnings. Now, treasuries right now are flatline on the close. That makes some sense. The 10-year yield settled at 2.47%. You also had the 2-year up about 2 basis points at 1.17. Quiet day in the bonds right now in front of the Fed announcement. We'll watch this very higher. The long end of the curve did finish a little bit higher. There is some pressure on that short end of the curve, the 2-year. Again, we're going to watch this very closely as we get into the Fed announcement, which is supposed to be out at right around 2:15 Eastern, 1:15 Central. So that's it for today on the closing bell. Join us tomorrow morning for all the overnight action. We're going to take a look at Asia. We're going to watch the open on Europe, and we will also give you pre-market indications for the U.S. markets going into the final Fed day tomorrow. Folks, thanks for listening to MarketStream.live and the closing bell. We'll see you tomorrow morning for the overnight action at 8:30 Eastern Time. Till then, have a wonderful evening. Take care.